Hi, hello again and welcome to another video. Today we're looking at this July 2022 Mercedes-Benz GLB200. This is the 1.3 petrol turbocharged engine with the 7G gearbox. AMG line with the Premium Plus package. So you get all the goodies on this one. Finished in metallic black, I believe it's called Cosmos Black at this age. Now, as always, the vehicle has been fully machine polished. The vehicle has also just been serviced. It had been serviced once with Mercedes, and then we've just done the next service, which has all been uploaded onto the car and also onto the Mercedes platform using all approved oils with the right spec, etc. Now, the car's also just covered 11,800, I think, and 31 miles. But we'll see a bit more of that when we jump in the car. So let's take you around the outside of the car first. If you've not seen the videos before, they can be a little bit long sometimes, but I'm going to try and shorten it today. So maybe about 18, 20 minutes. Now, if we come into the front of the vehicle, the first thing I would like to point out, we've got front and rear parking sensors with the park assist, so the car will self-park. We've also got these really clever multi-beam LED headlights. If I just zoom in, can you see there's also some additional lights in there? In fact, Dan, if you want to come around behind me, grab the key, and in a second, we'll start, we won't do it just straight away, but we'll start it up in a second so people can see. There's a little logo down there, multi-beam. Now, what these lights do is they will adjust for different road conditions or different lighting conditions, and I'm guessing it does that using like the sensors and the cameras up on the windscreen. While we're here, we've got the panoramic roof as well. All of the bodywork, as I mentioned, completely machine polished. There are no nasty chips or scratches on the vehicle. If I move across and around all the way to the back, might be a couple of bits of fluff. I'm just going to move around. Our skylights are going to need cleaning, which is a miserable job. Kind of that reflection in the videos. And if we come down around the front of the vehicle, and then I'll show you these lights in just a second. No damage there. While we're here, if you look down the side of the vehicle, this is a really good angle to look at cars. You can see there are no ripples. It's not had any paintwork. It's not had any damage. It's all original. And again, this side. And then Dan, if you want to jump in and just turn the vehicle on with the lights, and then you'll see them moving around. If you turn it off, we'll do that again, and then this time we'll see the lights as they come on from this. It's almost like it's measuring where to shine. Okay, thanks Dan. Thank you very much. So we'll just take a look all the way around. Now, if there were any chips or scratches, which I don't believe there are, because we've had a really good look round, I would point them out in the video. That's the idea of the video. It's going to come down low and show you this side from the back because there's less reflection from items in the background. And again, if we move across the back, now, I think these are around about 160 something brake horsepower, and they're turbocharged, 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, very efficient and surprisingly punchy. A very responsive, feel to them, and obviously if it's for using for the family and that, and school runs, etc., it's going to be perfect for fuel economy. Now, this car is just one owner from new. It was previously owned by, I believe it was a councillor one of the embassies in London. So this car was bought on bought for this country, but and hasn't been out the country, but bought on a certificate. I forgot the number of it now. But what we've realised is, in doing so, I believe they don't pay the VAT or something, and then it has to be paid when it's registered onto a DVLA logbook. It hasn't produced this additional £410 charge on top of the road tax. Now, we've just spent the last half an hour checking this out and even putting the vehicle in to pay the tax. And this vehicle comes up at £190. There is no additional £410 for the road tax. So this is going to be a bit of a one-off, this car. So if you're looking for one of these, that's going to save a lot of money. Right, let's start taking a look. We're going to take a look underneath the bonnet, actually. So if I pop the bonnet, Dan will lift it up for me. We've got keyless entry on the vehicle. So I'm just remembering things on the car. So basically, with the key that Dan's got, I haven't got, give me the key, that'd be great. We can lock the car on the button. When you put your hand inside, it will then unlock. And you can open the doors, all under the engine bay. It's really nice and clean. Most of the cars we buy come in pretty clean, but they don't come in this clean. This is all the hard work that's put in from Dan, really, detailing the car. All nice and shiny under there. So, like I say, and 7-speed gearbox. Now, we've opened up the car to make it easier, hopefully, to film. Now, we're going to start off the door card on the passenger side here. We've got heated seats. They're like a carbon fibre effect. Whoa, there we go. And this all around the rim, you'll see in the pictures that we've taken the car, it all lights up. There's a multitude of different colours. The seal down here with the Mercedes-Benz logo, all lit up. We've got lumbar support on the seat, the Dominica fabric with the sort of leatherette, I believe it is. I don't think it's real leather on the Mercedes. I might be corrected, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct. And then we've got the updated, you'll see when we turn this panel on, the AMG line doesn't have the same, it looks the same, but it's not got all the same features in it. We've got all the books in there like so, EU certificate, etc. compliance, centre armrest. Again, the vehicle is just like new inside. And then we've got the panoramic roof with the blind, headrests move in and out as well. Let's take a look in the rear. Again, rear door card, no damage, no scratches. You see just how clean the vehicle is. And if we check all this area out here, no seat belts have been jammed in there, which causes quite a bit of damage. There's no scratches on the rear of the front seats, nothing of any substance anyway. If we come in close, you can see we've got a USB-C, I think it is, down there. All original mats, Isofix. Now what we'll do, these seats, you'll just see the runners there. When you pull this handle, you can pull this down, and it also goes, I think there's a lever at the front, yeah, pulls forward. And then we've got the seats in the rear. And Dan, if you can just pull one of the headrests up, just one will do, just to show. They pop up like so. No damage in the back there. And do you want to put the seat down on the other side for me? Thanks. So that one comes down, and then we'll put that seat forward. So I'm just going to show you, got some cup holders that will put the headrest down on there, seat belts in the back, all the door cards at the side, and this side as well. And if we pop the seats down in the back, so we can put the seats then back to there. Fantastic. And if we come round to the boot now, just show you, we've got this chrome finisher on the top to protect the bumper. No damage on there. Wow, it's also shiny and new looking. So we've got a nice big opening. There's quite a lot of height there. It might not show in the video, but there's quite a lot of depth, and the roof goes right up. So if you need to get something quite tall in the back. Now under here, let's pull this out. We've then conveniently got the blind for the boot. And then under there, we've got the compressor and pump, foam pump for the tyres. Jack, locking wheel nut is in there. I think it's just tucked underneath, isn't it? The locking wheel nut. Yeah, we know it's in there, we've checked. And then that goes. Oh, that just tucks something like so. There we go. So all back. I'll just show you around this side of the vehicle. Again, the door card. And then we'll pop the seats back up if that's okay, Dan. Don't know if we want to do those ones first. I think, can we use this lever? Yeah. And then you can adjust how steep you have the seats. They want to go back a bit more. There we go. So you pull this here, and that end one wants to go back a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Back a bit more. Perfect. Thank you. And then we've got centre armrest as well. I think that's got cup holders. So all that's there. No marks on the seats at all. And then we'll put the boot down. So on this, it's a manual boot. We'll close the back doors now. And the bonnet can go down, Dan, if that's okay. And then the driver's door card. Electric folding mirrors. Central locking. No scratches down here. Lumbar support, height adjustment. You can pull the front of the base of the seat forward for added support on your legs. And that door on that side, Dan. Lovely. And before we jump in, Dan's just reminded me, so we have to stamp these out for obvious reasons nowadays. Vehicle registration, 0 former keepers, and then first service. Which one was which? There you go. Mileage 5164. Cruise shank motor, that's the Mercedes. And then we're registered with Mercedes for the servicing, and it's just had another oil service. Now, we ordered the oil in especially for this vehicle, and we've marked it on here which oil it was. So it's all as it should be. I think it's about 25 or 24,000 kilometers for service intervals, or 12 months. It's getting a little bit hard to find out nowadays. Exactly. Some people are moving on to 2 years. So we've got our light switches down here and the handbrake as well, just to our left. If I can get that back in, there we go, we're back in focus now. Dimmer switch here. And what's nice, when we start the vehicle up, all of the air vents will all illuminate. And we can change the colours, as I mentioned before. We've got all our controls on the steering wheel. And then the centre pad that you can use with your fingers, almost like a phone to zoom in and out. So we jump in. Start button. Just thinking if I had the key on me then. So there we go. Let me just zoom out a bit. So we're in blue at the moment with a little bit of purpley colour there. Let's turn this window on. So let's just zoom in. Now we've got speed limiter at the top here, so you can set the speed. Set the speed limiter at the bottom and then cruise control at the top. We can adjust the speed, resume, cancel, and then this is the home button. Let me just clear that window. Home button, which will then bring up this view. Now using this little like mouse, if I do that, look, we can choose the display that we're going to use. So we're currently in the center, so we'll put media in the center because we haven't got any media connected, so that was a really stupid option. Radio, let's just turn the radio down. YouTube won't like that, so let's turn that right down. Now if we flick over to the right, we're now on this dial. If we scroll down, you'll see these little red line up here. We notice we can go down through the various windows. Got the map there, G-force counter, etc. Come out of there, so you can adjust that. You could have your telephone in there. Oh, that's for the center. I think if we go in here one more time. Where am I? There we go. Oh yeah. So they're set, and it's the center you can change. So let's try that. Yeah, there's the mileage there. I think you get the idea. Now on this side of the steering wheel, we've got the same again. We've got the phone and the volume, and this mouse will do this window. So if we scroll right to the end, we can use our finger, or we can use the pad, like so. Now the other thing I was going to show you just very quickly, if we go into navigation, we use the zoom feature like so. You can zoom in and out like you would on your phone, and you can do it on here as well. You go into settings here, there's various different settings you can set. Map orientation, map views, text information. Text information I think is motorway information, next in street. So this is information I believe from using these. It comes up in a box over on this side, a bit like you get on some of the other navigation screens. Obviously your phone, your radio, you can change the view, your DAB stations. And if we come out of there, comfort, this is where you've got all the colours you can choose inside. So you could go, I think we're on ocean blue, we could go red moon, there we go, it's all changing on there. Fire red, I think it's slowly changing on here as well. Purple sky, there you go, that's the Movi one. Or we can go multicolour and we can choose our colours. You go green. I really quite like either the blue or the red. Can't make my mind up. Too much to choose from. Climate, I think it will adjust the lighting to the temperature of the car. And also down here we've got these lights as well. We've got shortcuts for the map, radio, media, car. So this will take us to a shortcut. Let me just make sure this is in focus. Lane keeping assist. Turn it on. Oh yeah, look, before I forget, let's just flip it into reverse. And then we've got the reverse camera, parking sensors. We'll do all around. We've got a widescreen view. The nice thing is you can see the bumper at the bottom. There's our self parking. I believe this car will literally park itself. I haven't actually done it in this one, but in many of the Mercedes and BMWs that I've used, it will fully park nowadays. Steering, gears. Oh, what's this? Vehicles prepared before driving into automatic car wash. Turns all the sensors off. Don't take your car in a car wash, it'll just get scratched. We don't want to use one of those. Camera, lane keeping assist, active brake assist. Okay, so that's for the collision awareness, you can adjust it. Active brake assist, what's traffic sign? Okay, so when the speed of the road changes, you'll be able to tell on here, and it will give you a visual and an audio message, or just visual. So there's lots in here. I don't think we need to go through too much more of that. You've got all your apps as well. Smartphone, Android, and Apple, of course. Now if we slide this forward, we've got cup holders here, but we've also got a USB-C lead, which if you plug into your phone, it'll bring up the smartphone or your Apple CarPlay, which we've already photographed and put in the advert. And then you've got another USB-C lead in there like so. We've already looked in there. I've got a little shelf up there as well. So if we open up the roof, we've got electric blind. Now there is a feature, I'm wondering if it's on this car. I think it probably will be. So we'll shut the engine off. I think we've got a good idea, and it's all in lovely condition in there. Now if Dan grabs me a spray bottle, I'm gonna lock the car up. We've left the roof open. It's the middle of the summer, and basically we've gone in to have something to eat, and a summer shower's come over. Dan's going to spray some fluid onto the sensor there, and automatically the roof will close itself, and it will leave itself in the vented position, so it'll let the hot air out of the car, but it won't soak the seats for when you come back to the car. So a really nice, thoughtful feature there. So there we have it, our Mercedes GLB200 AMG line with the full Premium Plus pack, with lovely low mileage, one owner from new, and also saving you £410 for the next few years on that road tax. So it's a win-win all round. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video. I've just realised that I didn't show you all of the wheels on the car. They are completely unmarked, and there are photographs in the video, sorry, in the advert. All of the tyres have got lots and lots of tread. I think probably about 6 mil or thereabouts on all round. So all in nice condition, completely all round. The other thing I wanted to mention is obviously the car has some manufacturer's warranty, but if you want to take out an extended warranty, we can start it at the end of the manufacturer's current warranty. And we have various different finance options. The Santander finance rate starts at 9.4%, which we earn no commission. So we're giving away the finance as cheaply as we can. So any questions, please get in touch. We'll be happy to help. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. Bye now.